Clashers, welcome to Crazy Times with Cool Cat. How are all of you doing today? So I'm bringing to you our 21st war win streak video. I can't say it was an exciting war because the enemy, though they had loads of maxed out Town Hall 11s, they didn't actually use all their attacks, they just gave up. But we had some pretty interesting 3 stars on Town Hall 11s. Let's see how we did. So this is me taking on their top one, and I decided to go in with a queen charge strategy into this base, and I deployed a baby dragon there to ensure that the queen actually walks into that eagle compartment and doesn't walk sideways. And the strategy is, when you see a base like this where the eagle is exposed and you can reach it, so the strategy always has to be you have to try to somehow get to that eagle. And since rest of my attack was dependent on my bowlers and witches staying alive, I decided to go in and first get that eagle down, and I had to use a rage spell there because I thought she was going too slow and I didn't want to lose out on 3 stars because of time. And the queen is now getting the air defense, and she starts getting some more additional structures. So as she's clearing here, she gets targeted by a lot of point defenses, and I drop my jump spell and I drop my golem in, and the rest of the bowlers and the witches, and I had to rage the queen there because she was going low on health. And the idea was for these bowlers to actually go in, but what happened is since the compartment got clear, they didn't take that jump spell, and all my bowlers went to the side, and only the witches and king, queen and warden actually went in. But then I had to use my warden ability, and I poisoned the defending clan castle troops. And from here, though the troops did go in sideways, it still worked for me because the golem kept triggering all the bombs on its way, and I also had a free spell with me because these were there were 2 multi-target infernos on this base, so I was prepared with a free spell. So I managed to keep my troops, whatever troops that went into the middle, alive. They do take a long time to get to that multi-target inferno. If you can see, everything else is being targeted but that inferno, and that inferno keeps killing loads of my troops. But finally my queen does latch onto it, and it's down. And from here on, it's just simple and easy cleanup. I did have some minions and archers for cleanup as well. This actually came down pretty close to time. I think I finished it just with about 7 seconds left in the attack. But it was a nice 3 star on their top one. And this is my second account, and I'm going versus their top 2. And this base was a very weird base, and we had tried it with different approaches, but nothing was working. So I decided I'll go in with a straight Bowitch. So I deploy 4 bowlers, 2 witches and 2 healers on 2 sides, and then mid my CC golem and rest of the bowlers and witches and the heroes. So this base had 1 multi-target inferno and 1 single target inferno. So I rage my troops in and then poison the clan castle CC. And this time I do not go in with a free spell because it was just 1 inferno that was multi-target inferno. And this attack, as you guys if you keep watching, it feels as if midway it's like completely fizzled out because most of the troops are dead, and there's a huge compartment with loads of point structures and defenses in the end, for which I actually do not have any troops left to actually go in and kill those structures. And I have a few witches on the top being healed by healers. I still have my queen's ability, but other than that, if you can see, my king just died, and all my witches get targeted by point defense structures, by the X-bow and by the archer tower and Tesla, and all of them die. So I'm just left with the queen and 1 witch there, and a few bowlers on this side again being healed by 2 healers, and soon my warden goes down. But the best part is the end of this attack, it finally boils down to that 1 single witch that stays down, and she manages to get and fight versus that single archer tower. So it was Witch versus that Archer Tower, and in the final battle versus them, the Witch actually finally managed to win and wreck that Archer Tower. See how long the battle is out. So the Archer Tower is actually focused on the healer, and then the Larrys. So they just about give the time, and the Witch just last second before the Archer Tower actually hits her, manages to get it, and I got a 3-star. So that was a close one. And this is our 7 going versus their 3, and once again it's healed Bowitch. Though this is a Town Hall 11, it's not a maxed out Town Hall 11. It has Infernos, but not maxed out Infernos or maxed out defenses, and it has no Eagle. The reason I bring you even these attacks and not just maxed Town Hall 11 attacks is because in wars you face all sorts of bases, and some bases are of this level, some bases are maxed out, so it's interesting to watch, and it's helpful for everybody at every stage versus different opponents to actually try Bowitch in around the bases which can be attacked using Bowitch. So this base, it was pretty straightforward and easy, and our 7 had loads of troops left by the end of the attack, as you can see. So this was a very easy 3-star for us. And this, guys, was that one base that stopped us from this war being a perfect war. We just couldn't get that base. It was fully maxed out white walls, but we were not able to 3-star that base. Anyway, this is our 10 going versus their 5, and once again this is a maxed out Town Hall 11 as far as some of the defenses are concerned, but it doesn't have Eagle or Inferno, and we decide to go in using side Bowitch into this base. The reason was otherwise you have to use more than 3 to 4 jump spells, because there are those empty compartments on all 4 sides, so it's not possible to approach this space in a direct manner. So that's why we decided to go in with a side Bowitch, and this is our 10 versus their 5, and the Queen does die out soon in this attack, and all the abilities are used, but whatever troops are left, they are sufficient enough to actually cover and turn this into a 3-star, as you can watch. The Queen is not maxed out, nor is the King, so these are very pretty mid-level heroes, 31 level Queen and 27 level King. And here are the golem tanks. For the witches, we have about 3 to 4 witches alive on this side, so they managed to clear out, and we get 3 stars on this base. And this is once again our 4 versus enemy number 6 base, and this is also a Town Hall 11, but not a maxed out one, nor are the defenses maxed out, but it's a very different kind of setup, and he does go in with healed Bowitch, but the difference is here the side sets do not actually go sideways. He opens up both the side walls and compartments so that the troops do go in, and finally they all converge in the mid, and 2 jump spells are used, and the Queen is clearing out some structures. She gets targeted, and he uses the Queen's ability. The golem on the other side is tanking, and the Queen dies just about there, and but the King has a lot of health left, and there are about 3 witches on that side and a few bowlers, and there's the golemites followed by 2 witches, and it's an easy cleanup, and 3 stars for our 4 versus their 5. So that's it, guys. I hope all of you enjoyed watching our Town Hall 11 attacks in our 21st war win streak. Please do leave your precious comments below. Keep clashing, have fun, and rock on. Catch you all later. Bye bye, guys.